might not have the normal pep and enthusiasm I usually have. We lost a pretty incredible man and part of our program. I mean, Larry Hamilton. I mean, his impact can't be understated. How much he did for our program. I mean, anybody that's been around him can understand, one, how devoted he was. I mean, and two, just how passionate he was about UNI wrestling. I mean, we were just fortunate that one of his passions was UNI wrestling, because when that guy was into something, he was into it 100%. You know, I mean, from selling hundreds and hundreds of season tickets to the golf outing to being at every event possible, man, he's going to be missed. You know, and he was a friend. You know, not just a fan. He was a friend. You know, that's one thing about UNI that I think is extremely special about this place. You know, you go to some bigger schools and fans are fans. You know, here they're friends. They're part of the program, and he was part of the program, and that's what I love about this place, because he was part of it. He was just like another guy on our staff. You know, he might wasn't out there showing moves to the guys, but he was part of it. And so what we've built so far and where we're at and what we're doing, part of that's a tribute to him. So if you get a chance, please send thoughts and prayers to his wife Barb and his family, because he's going to be missed, man. I can't tell you how much he's going to be missed by me and my staff and all of UNI wrestling. I know that we're going to do something special to dedicate to him, because he needs something. I'm not sure what that's going to be, but we're going to do something for him. So I'm sorry if I'm down a little bit. I mean, it's pretty hard not to be. You know, he was at Grandview. He's at the tournament. He's there watching, and, you know, I'm on my way home, and I get a call that, you know, somebody went down. And, you know, it kind of put two and two together, and, you know, you find out pretty quick that it was him. So, you know, it was a pretty good kick in the gut. You know, we've lost two incredible men, you know, the last 2 months. So UNI wrestling won't be the same without those guys. So, you know, as much as we have going for us right now, to lose those two guys, it certainly doesn't feel like, you know, we're at where we're at. So, I guess, you know, we'll move forward though. Missouri, good meet, you know, great crowd. You know, I thought that we honored the military the right way. You know, the two people that we got to honor, I mean, those guys are, they've lived it. You know, they've lived it. They were fought battles. They've given their service to the country. So, you know, Armand and Hal Turner, you know, to give that award to those guys was great. You know, and how the crowd responded to them was great. So we appreciate that. As far as our guys coming out, you know, they tried to slow matches down early. You know, you saw Peters, they tried to slow him down. Cologne, they tried to slow him down. You know, and we just have to understand that that's how guys are going to wrestle. You know, sometimes guys aren't going to go out there and stand up toe to toe and just go blow for blow with you. You know, they're going to have to find other ways to be able to win. So we got to be able to find a way around that. You know, I thought both those guys did that. You know, Joe was in a situation, I just don't think that he knew. Obviously, he didn't know that he got the stall point and then had the major. You know, otherwise he wouldn't have cut him. You know, it gets pretty loud in there, so it's great in some instances to have the crowd loud like that. And then in that situation, you know, I don't think he knew what happened. So, you know, that could have been a big bonus point in the end. But, you know, Laser wrestling to the whistle. I mean, how can you not love that? How can you not love a guy just continuing to compete? And maybe it looks like, how the heck is this guy going to find a way? And then he finds a way. You know, so starting off and winning those first three matches was big. You know, Patton's wrestled the number 1 and number 3 guys in the last 2 weeks, so he's had a pretty tough run. But I don't feel like he's just rolled over to those guys. You know, he's going to continue to get better, but that's a tough situation for anybody to get thrown out there. You're wrestling the top 2 guys in the country at your weight class. 57, Jensen held up better. You know, 65, Cooper Moore beat a guy that was ranked ahead of him. And beat him pretty handily, 2 takedowns to nothing. And I guess the best part of that is, you know, there's 30 seconds left and he went and got another score. And I've really been trying to work to Cooper to do that, and he does that. I tell you what, I like his chances in the national tournament. Cody Caldwell, you know, if you're watching the match and you only see the first 2 periods, you're probably thinking, how's this guy going to pull it together? I'm sure there's a few fans thinking that too, but you know what, he did. I think he scored 8 points in the 3rd period, and really got things. I think the crowd ignited again and excited how he came back, and you know there was a lot of emotion there, but You know, when you make a comeback like that and you maybe feel like you get a little bit of a monkey off the back, that's a great thing. You know, and then Loader coming out and then, you know, a quick fall and things kind of just kind of took off from there. You know, so that really, I think, snuffed the life out of Missouri in a hurry, because coming off the break, I think that they felt, well, we can win 65, we can win 74, you know, we'll see about 84, 97, we're favored, and we can win heavyweight, you know, and we end up, you know, turning the tables on them, you know, winning 4 of those 5, and where they think maybe they thought they could win 4 out of those 5. So good job by our guys. Incredible crowd. We really appreciate it. I know that we're gonna need the crowd behind us again. You know, Ohio's got a good team. They got a good team. South Dakota State's an up-and-coming team, but we got to continue to build like we have been all year. And you know, I talked to our team about staying unbeaten as a team, stay perfect as a team. You know, we may not have a perfect records on our team. You know, Loader's the only guy that's undefeated, but we want to stay perfect as a team. And to me, that means that someone keeps stepping up every time out. And you know, it's kind of been different guys here and there, but we got to continue to step up and be ready every time we wrestle, because we're down to, I think, 6 meets left in the season. You know, so we got to continue to sharpen up and get these guys ready for the postseason. But you know, I can't say I don't like where we're at. I like what our team's doing. I like being in a position that we're an undefeated team, and we got guys that are getting better, and they're feeding off it. So it's a tribute a lot to our guys and just their belief in themselves. We had a bunch of guys wrestle at Grandview this weekend too. Levi Wolfensberger won the tournament at 41, did a good job. Thought he scrapped pretty well. Crumweedy got second. We had a bunch of other guys place. You know, it's something, you know, we can talk about, well, we want them to get experience, but we also want them, but there's also certain things that we need to see. Even if guys aren't winning, we just want to see that effort. We want to see that hustle and heart. And I'm going to talk to a little bit about Riley Bannock, because if you guys know him, if anybody knows him, all heart, guts, and some big old set of you know what. But tell you what, that kid's believed from day one, and I'm gonna tell you, he was behind the whole match. Come back to the center with 2 seconds left. So it's not very often with 2 seconds left you can get a takedown. And he got a takedown, won in overtime. He won his next match in overtime to a guy that beat him early in the tournament, but it was just more how he did it. Just be an example of that you never, ever, ever give up in a situation. You continue to fight and battle for everything. And, you know, I tell you what, our other guys were all there and they saw it. I mean, you know, they're giving him hugs after and high fives, and it's just an example of what you do if you just continue to stay true to being a competitor, and you just won't, I guess you just won't give in. And I tell you what, I love that kid. I love his effort, and man, it's gonna be sorry to see him leave. You know, he's a senior this year, but you know, to wrestle like he did, if you guys would have seen it, you would have been so proud of how that guy competed and represented UNI. So if you see Riley, tell him thanks for his effort, because it's always been incredible from day one. And you know, he might not be the guy in the lineup, but I tell you what, he's a huge part of what we're doing. So make sure you tell him you appreciate it. Other than that, any questions?